All right, guys. A little bit excited that I found the problem, but I'm not sure how big of a problem this is going to be yet. So after looking, pulling, messing with wires, doing a bunch of crap, pulling the coil wire off here, putting my test light on it, testing others, pulling wires, pulling some of this apart, going through up here on the front side. Couldn't really find anything on the front side. I noticed coil wires don't go this way anyway. They go back towards the back. So after pulling on the coil wires, grabbing it here and pulling it forward, truck dies. Start it back up, pull them again, realize I track it on back. Well, I don't know how well you guys can see it. Got to noticing that this main wire loom right down there, that piece I got pulled up kind of right in here-ish. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Anyway, that had fallen down and has actually been sitting right. Let me see if I can get in here, guys. Sorry about the camera, but right there. You guys can see how that bottom of that's burnt. Well, it's because it's been riding on top of the damn header. And that's the main wire loom that goes over here to the computer. So this main chunk of wire here, yeah, it's got a big spot that it's melted on the wire or on the exhaust. So I'm sure, I don't know how much of it yet. It doesn't feel too bad, but it's enough that basically it was grounding everything out and shorting out. Apparently coil number 2 was getting constant power, which you guys can see if you haven't watched my last videos. Splits the coils in half. So basically what I'm going to do now is pull that inner fender plastic out and see if I can get it back into this a little easier. So basically pull this inner fender liner out here, which honestly doesn't look too bad since half of the damn screws are missing, which I'm not real sure why. But one of the things I've thought since I've gotten this truck is that this motor is not the original motor. That this motor was either a salvage motor or something along those lines. One of the reasons I kind of felt that way was that this truck, if you go look at the Carfax or the history or whatever on it, it's set for like 3 years, something like that, and didn't move. The miles didn't change. So I think like 2017 or 18, the miles were basically the same when I bought it in 2020. So another thing I noticed when I got it, there was just some stuff with mice that had gotten underneath the or up in the defrost, and just some different signs that the truck had set for a long time. So part of me always thought, well, shoot, something happened, they parked it. But then after really looking at this wiring, I don't know if you guys can see all that, those clips where they clip on the studs for all your little plastic clips, all that stuff has been, they're not in the right place. And then with that wiring loom being where it was, kind of leads me more to, hey, I think this motor's possibly been out of the truck, something's happened. And there's a lot of stuff even on the front of this, that stuff that's missing bolts, or it looks like it's been off at some point. So it's hard to say. I mean, you really, honestly, you don't ever really know. I mean, it's part of buying a used vehicle, especially one this old with this many miles. It's just kind of odd. This truck has 230,000 miles and the motor doesn't have the Hemi tick. I mean, it is really solid. So just certain things that kind of threw me on this particular vehicle. But yeah, so yeah, super excited that I finally think I found the issue. So I'm telling you, I was kind of going crazy. I mean, you can only keep throwing parts or something and doing that type of stuff before you kind of lose interest. You're about to the point where you're done messing with it. But definitely believe this is my issue, without a doubt. I mean, you can pull the wiring, truck dies. So one thing I did, there's a lot of videos out there, but kind of one thing that led me to that is getting a test light. I stuck it on the coil lit up like it's supposed to. I plug it into it and it immediately died. Unplugged it, plugged it into the, or unplugged it, did the same test on the cylinder behind it, lit up. They were all doing the same thing. Plugged it into the new coil, didn't die. Plugged it back into the old coil, it didn't die. So started wiggling on wires, and you know, that's when I realized, hey, that those coil wires run towards the back of the truck, and when I pulled those forward, I mean, immediately truck died. Pushed them back, gave them some slack, started the truck, fired up, pulled them forward again, died. So it kind of makes sense a little bit too. As the truck gets warm, it would die. So of course it was probably melting, or you know, burning through more wires or melting more wires. So I'll kind of let you guys know. We'll see how far I can get this pulled apart. I am you know, super excited that I found it. Just sucks that I wasted probably 3, 5, 6, 7, I'm probably close to $1,000 into this at this point. So the fuel pump was close to $200, 100 and something, $150, $160. When I took it to the Dodge dealer, that was $250 some, $260, something like that. 3 coils that I have purchased from Napa were ranging from like $38 to $48, depending on which one they had. This one here is actually 48 bucks. The one that came from Dodge, which is this front one, which looks identical, that one there was 80 something through Dodge. The one behind that, I think that was one of the cheaper ones from O'Reilly's. And then the one that's not here anymore because it's split, was brand new. It was like a $40 some one from Napa. So it was it is a different brand. You could actually see this gel coating on the top, so it's kind of different. But so all in all, yeah, I am probably really close to $1,000 in this stupid thing. I'm not including my time at this point. So yeah, we'll see how bad it is. See if I can get all these wires pulled and just kind of go over this wiring harness, make sure there's no other spots that are like that. So a little frustrating, but some of the stuff, this is kind of what threw me. I mean, you got spots like this where these wires look like that. So, I mean, it's hard to say. And I don't know. I mean, some of this stuff, I don't know if this came like that or if somebody's stripped wires and put that plastic stuff over the top of them. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, like I said, I think I found it. We're going to get these wires exposed, see if I can get this cleaned up and put this new coil in, clear all my codes, and see what she does. Hopefully, this fixes my problem. So I'll keep you guys posted. I'll throw something on the end of this video and we'll go from there. All right, guys, got this all pulled out here. You can see kind of what has happened there. Yeah. So I'm going to see what I can do to kind of get this wires pulled out here where I could work with them and see kind of how bad this actually is. But yeah, basically that was writing right there. So see if we can get it pulled up, maybe into the right place. All right, guys, try to get in here. You can see that. So you guys can see I've definitely had this would be one of the blue wires, which I'm assuming it's a blue, was a blue and white, which is the color also on the coils. It's a ground. You can see it's bare. I got another one here. You can see the bare spot. Up here, there's a brown one right in here. This one here, right in there, was melted together. Where these were melted to a handful of things right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. I think it was shorted out maybe even right there. It's hard to see. So definitely had several right in here though. I mean, without a doubt, you guys can see the wires exposed right there. So I think looking at these, that's probably going to be the gist of it, is these right through here. So got a couple more here. Those are soldered together, but there was some more melted up here. You can kind of see on that yellow one. So kind of the goal here is going to be to tape up everything that's exposed the best I can, and then get this really wrapped really good, and then get it pulled up above the block here and get it up on the top side, like up in this area, and get it zip tied and strapped up out of the way. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Right now, truck fires up and runs. I had a bunch more codes that kind of popped up. They're all pending currently. There's no current faults, which I don't really know how there's not, because I still haven't replaced that coil yet, but it's not even plugged in. Truck doesn't die when I plug that in anymore. So really thinking this was my issue. So I'm gonna get all this kind of pulled up on the top side, get it all, after I get it all taped up here, I'm gonna pull it above these lines, see if I can get some of this stuff. These are my heater hoses, so I'm gonna try to get them strapped up too, because kind of wiring right there. So I don't know, not real sure where those, I think these flipped over and went on these bolts right here. Yeah, they did. So again, there's a lot of stuff on this side of the truck for whatever reason it's not back in its original place. So anyway, I'm gonna get these pulled up, taped up best I can. I'll come back here in a minute with hopefully news that it's fixed my problem finally. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys, I got all the wiring pulled up out of there. As you guys can see, there's nothing down there anymore. The radio hose put up where it's supposed to be. And up here on the top side. So this is actually supposed to go back here on a clip, but I just pulled it all the way up to the top. Here's the repair spot. Taped it all up nice. It's up in here. And then I taped this to the AC line here, just to kind of hold it up out of the way for now. Should be plenty of room. That'll be right underneath the air filter, so shouldn't be anything for it to rub on or touch anymore. If I can get it up here right, I may try to zip tie it to this air box somewhere, see if there's like a spot possibly, but we'll see. I think it's going to be good right here where it's at, but we'll kind of see when I put this all back together. Right now I'm going to change this coil out, and then I'm actually going to take it down the road just a little bit and see what she does. So cut back in a minute. All right, guys, moment of truth. Got everything put in, wiring taped up, spread apart. I think I got everything. Got the new coil in. I'm not putting the air intake yet, or the inner fender on yet. I'm gonna take it out and see what it'll do. And fingers crossed. Put some stuff over here. Get it in. Put the air filter over here out of the way. All right, guys, we'll take it for a little drive and see what it does. All right, still got my it is idling smooth. It's been a while since it's done that. So we'll see what it does here. Sorry, turning my Bluetooth off. Don't want it connected to my radio. We'll see what it does right around the block. So far, so good. I can't go too far yet because I honestly don't have my gas tank all the way bolted in. Just got just the nuts basically started all up a ways, so I don't want to go too far. I don't want them to vibrate now, so that would really suck. But so far, man, it is driving like it once did. Yeah, before, like right now, it'd be missing, shaking. Hell, the other day I couldn't get around the alleyway without it dying. So I really think that's fixed my problem. It's kind of crazy that immediately my check engine lights went away. Like before, when I started the truck, I had actual faults. The minute I separated those lines and got everything taped up, you guys can see the RPMs are sitting right at 500-600. So right where they need to be. Again, I don't want to go too far yet because I need to go back and tighten this fuel tank up, but that's why you guys can tell fuel's still pretty low, because I really didn't want to pull this tank with fuel in it. So but yeah, I mean, it's running good again. So yeah, it's crazy. That's all that it was. So yeah, this probably didn't help anybody that's having issues similar to mine, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy. You never know. I mean, something as stupid as a wiring harness not getting put back where it needed to be and running down along the exhaust manifold, melting some wires together, and all kinds of problems. So kind of crazy. But yeah, it's got power again. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I can actually get on it a little bit and the truck goes. So super excited. It's responsive again. There's no miss. I don't know what's up with the RPM gauge, but hey, truck's running good, so we'll see. Maybe I still got some wiring that I gotta get worked out, but truck sounds good again. I don't know if you guys can hear it really running. It's pretty quiet, but it is actually running on all cylinders. Amazing. Cylinder 1 is not falling apart in here, or cylinder 2 in here. I want to try something to see if you guys can hear this on the radio. Oh yeah, you can definitely hear truck start missing, and it goes right back to the normal. Awesome. Couldn't be happier. I think all those wires will be good up there. Keep them out of the way. So anyway, I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna go out, get the tank tightened down the rest of the way. I'm probably gonna actually put some miles on it, see what it does. Get everything put back in, air filter box and all that back together. But super excited that fixed the truck. So, but yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Again, thank you guys for everybody that commented or helped me out. Was not what I expected, but hey, we got her fixed. So thanks again, and we'll catch you all in the next one.